We're good?
We're good.
Can you do it one more time? That was kind of like a man. Oh no! See now you just
not like a man.
Now it's
This
just
is a little
popping.
boy.
No, see, the whole
like
point.
that?
The whole point of the
like
slap.
That's like a sex
You
slap.
like that?
The whole point of the slap is so he can find
Do you like that?
the random spike.
Here you go.
Hello and welcome back to SourceFed Nerd with your daily dose of table talk, where we talk about your questions, topics, things you recommend using the hashtag table talk on Facebook and Twitter. Also reddit.com/r/SourceFed. My name's Philip DeFranco.
I'm Ross Everett.
I'm Trisha Hirschberger.
Let's get
Let's
into that
do.
bowl.
What you got?
Oh, weird. P. DeFranco says, "What shirt are you wearing in this video?" Oh, that's weird. I'm wearing a brand new shirt that's up on forhumanpeoples.com right now. I actually like the cream version right here. Pink.
Oh,
Oh!
Let me get a different question. That was a good question. That was
Peter
solid.
Franco didn't put in the bowl.
Yeah.
That's how we know we're gonna have a good Tuesday.
yeah, you know it's
Yeah.
good
That's so
Tuesday.
fucking stupid. Tiphoner123 says, "Would you rather have a man that is infinitely handsome and beautiful, or a man that is ugly, but is infinitely good in bed?"
Okay, so let's just reverse it for you two.
Oh
Why?
no, why?
Oh, you want a
Why?
man?
We can't. Yeah, let's.
There are things a
Okay,
man can do
okay,
that a
that's
woman
fine.
can't.
Yeah.
So infinitely handsome and
not
beautiful,
true.
Yeah.
or so it doesn't say infinitely handsome and beautiful, but crap in bed.
I mean,
Is
like
that's
average.
what it's implying.
Well, I think
though,
it's
yes?
implied.
I think it's like, would you rather have it so that they're just
'Cause,
as
yeah.
they are in bed, but they're handsome and beautiful, or they're ugly, but they are just like the best you've ever had, mind-splitting good, just like you are sweating and you are out of liquid in your body, but you are still sweating somehow good.
The
Just
fact
like
that you called it
are,
liquid.
It's like a brand new car smell good. It's just like when
Ow.
you walk into a movie theater
Sex
and you see that
liquids
it's
don't smell like
open,
brand new car. I'm
and
just
it's just
throwing
like
that out
all
there.
the best seats in the theater are available good. It's just like that feeling when you go into McDonald's and you peel back the McDonald's Monopoly giveaway and you get like a free large fries good. I don't know what the female orgasm
That's probably
is
like the least.
None of
that's the
those.
least exciting thing
None
you
of
pull.
The free large fries?
Yeah, it's like
How
one
about
in
the $1
20.
million?
They don't give away $1 million. It's
On the
fake.
Insta, they don't. You
I'm
think it's
being
fake
realistic.
completely?
No, they give it away just to
well-
McDonald's employees.
Oh, really?
There's actually a whole story behind like the Monopoly thing and
Yeah.
how it's actually sketch, but
Yeah, well, I
that's all
mean,
it
Their
is.
for
corporate
years.
employees get all of it.
Oh, well, let's go work at McDonald's.
So anyway, back
So,
to sex.
I'm guessing, Ross, you would choose the not so attractive but infinitely good at bed
Oh, well,
based
for
on
me,
that tirade.
I'm gonna switch it. Would I rather be the most beautiful person in the world, or would I rather just be the ugliest
Oh,
person
what would you
and
rather
the
be?
best in bed? And I feel like I'd rather be the best in bed and just let my personality carry me.
See, I feel like if I was choosing for me, I would have to choose best in bed too. Because if you're the most attractive person, like everyone's hitting on you all the time, and that's a pain in the butt. You don't want to deal with that.
Well, I've also heard stories of like girls being like, "Yeah, he was smoking hot, but then we got in bed and it was just like awful," and like they still come away from it with a negative experience.
Yeah.
They're not going back to that boat because it sunk. You know.
Although I do feel that people are trainable in that department.
But they're not in this hypothetical.
Well, it doesn't say not in this hypothetical.
You're gonna train
You
him?
inserted that.
Let's get the shot collar when he does something wrong. We go, "Zzz, no, no."
Like one of those like spray collars that you put on your
It's
dog.
citronella. Oh.
They
Women-
do something bad, it just sprays them.
I like that you think that it's shocking. Women totally try and train men all the time.
Yeah, but does it work?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Are you trained?
No, but
Well,
I understand how I get the treats. I think that's how it works. Like I understand what tricks to do.
I like the idea of this citronella collar. I mean, it could backfire on you so terribly. Like if he's going down on you,
Oh,
you know, shoulders
Ross,
up,
Ross.
and then you hit the button and it just goes right. Oh my god! This is what I imagine it would feel like.
You let him in here.
I know. What did I
I'm just putting
do?
that out there.
You opened the door.
You let him in here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna choose
what are you
infinitely
going
good in bed. But why isn't there an option of emotionally beautiful?
Because that's not a thing.
Yes, it is. That is a thing.
Emotionally beautiful.
joking.
That's the thing that people say about their friends.
No,
that
it's
are
like
not
it's like that
attractive.
person in bed that does like the one tear.
You mean, oh yeah, like those Native Americans when they look at trash and a single tear rolls down their face.
I like that. It's just, I like that it's just all Native Americans. That's them too.
That's their thing. Well, what was that? That was like a commercial about like keep like recycle or something like that. Otherwise,
keep our planet clean and
the
all
Native
that
Americans will look at the land that we
And
took
cry.
from them, and then just a single tear rolls down their face.
Well, that person's emotionally beautiful.
Man,
don't like that phrase.
anytime anyone mentions like the Indians, I'm just like, man, you guys got a raw deal.
yeah, they got they need. You know what they needed? They needed a good lawyer just to come in there and be like, hey.
They needed Olivia Pope. That's what they needed.
Don't
no one,
do
no one
that.
knows that reference.
No.
Except me.
What
And
is that
you.
reference?
3 of you know what I'm
Three
talking
of
about.
them are
Let's move
thrilled
on.
that you
Okay,
just threw out that
okay.
Olivia Pope reference.
Okay.
Oh, so yeah, looks only get you so far, and they only last so long. That I imagine lasts a little longer.
I feel it's a skill rather than
It's a skill.
an aesthetic.
Okay.
If you're gonna pull a Joe and go for the camera,
You
don't
gotta
hit the
hit it.
camera. Don't
Gotta
hit the
hit
camera, man. That's a dick move.
Are we not
Yeah.
supposed to go for DJ?
No!
Damn it. Okay.
All right, from Reddit, Dalton McLean says, at what age does it become acceptable to swear? When's the first time you ever swore?
I think it's adorable when children swear, but then it's just like, but that's also because they're not my children. I'm like,
Yeah, if it
"Ugh."
was yours, you might be like, no.
No, I don't know. I remember when I first learned the F word. I'm trying to remember what age I was, but I loved it because it got a rise out of my parents. And actually, my mom, I started saying it, and my mom's like, listen, like, that's not even the worst word there is. And I'm like, what's the But she goes, there's the Z word. And I'm like, oh my God, what's the Z word? And she goes,
Parents
I'll tell
are
you, but you
amazing.
have to promise never to use it. And I'm like, okay, yeah. And she made up this word. It was too complicated. First of all, it was too complicated for me to remember. And she made me promise never to use it. So I just kept using the F word. So her thing was like, I'm going to make up this word in hopes that he'll use it again. But her
Yeah.
flaw was, she made me promise never to use it.
And you followed.
And
that
I
promise.
followed that promise.
So you were only bad just enough.
I was like the F word was fun for me because like I saw that I got a rise, and when I would like use the Z word or when I said it back to her, I guess it didn't have that same kind of tug on it, you know. And that and the promise, I really wanted it, so I like made a deal with the devil, like I will do anything for the Z word. I will do anything for it. And then I forgot it.
It is so. It is. It's simple, and it's just it's a bomb.
Yeah, there's something
F-bomb.
so good about saying the word fuck. It feels good.
I didn't know that word at all until I was in first grade playing this video game instead of going outside to recess because I was the kid that begged to please stay inside and let me play on the computer. So I built this robot. It was like an educational game, and at the end, when you beat it, it gives you a name for your robot. And so the name for my robot was F-U-U-K, is what the computer automatically generated.
Whoa.
And I didn't know the F word. So I was like, oh, my robot's name is fuck. Cool. And like the girl that was kind of like my classmate that was there was like, oh, you can't say that. And I was like, no, my robot's name is fuck. That's what it says right here. And then my teacher had to like pull me aside and say, well, that's not a nice word. And I was like, what?
On a similar note, so the ending of All That, you guys remember the show All That on Nickelodeon?
Yeah.
So it was like, hey Cletus, wake up, the show's over. Oh yeah, kick it. So I thought his name was Cleavage. So we had to make boats in 6th grade and name them. And I had 2 girls in my group. So I was like, let's name it Cleavage. And they were just like, what? And I was like, yeah, let's name the boat Cleavage. So they're like, they start laughing. And I was like, this isn't like the reaction I expected. They went to the teacher who pulled me aside and said, what's the name of your boat? And I said, Cleavage. And then they took me to the principal who was like, Ross, you can't use that word. And I said, it's a name. It's Cleavage. What is Cleavage? And like, he's like, you're not kidding, are you? Like, you actually think this name's Cleavage? And I was like, yeah, it's from this TV show, All That. Hey, Cleavage, wake up, the show's over. Oh yeah, kick it. And then he was like, no, that's not what that is. And then he haphazardly explained what cleavage. It's the space between a girl's breasts. And I'm like, there's a word for that because in 6th grade, girls don't have breasts, so there's not.
There's a
really,
lot of space in between there.
But for me, it's just chest. It's just, I just call that chest. But either way, I got let off the hook. But he's like, you can't use that word anymore.
That's awesome.
What was your first curse, Phil?
Well, apparently when I was little, I couldn't pronounce my words right, so I would say firefuck anytime I saw a fire truck. And so I'd be like, firefuck! And my parents would be like, shut the fuck! But I'm trying to think, like, I think it would be awesome if, I mean, obviously not for him, but I think it would be awesome if, like, Hayden came in and she was like, fuck! And I'd be like, ah!
That'd be your reaction?
Yes.
Party!
I'm like, this is the person. It's something that you don't expect to happen, and then it happens.
Hold on, let me get my camera. You're like tripping back to the office, trying to stumble and get it. So that we
I'm trying to think of anything that has more than one syllable, though, that has as much power as fuck or that.
Shit.
The C word.
Ooh, C word, the other F bomb. Let's see. This one is from Phenomenal12, and it says, if you could have your own comic or movie and have anybody, fictional or real, be your nemesis, who would it be and why? Ooh, so we're the superhero.
We're the superhero.
And we're going against a nemesis. Fictional or real, who is your nemesis?
Zombie Dick Cheney.
Ah! I mean, he's already halfway there.
Well, and it would have a nice foreshadowing and then ending. He shot a dude in the face, and then you have to shoot him in the face
to
down him.
I love it.
I don't know why that. Why is that the first thing that pops
goes to
into
your
my
head.
head?
I don't
Anyway.
know.
Yeah. I'm okay with that. Zombie Dick Cheney.
Is Zombie Dick Cheney
That would
less
be
or
a good
more
nemesis.
evil?
Halliburton.
You can't think of a nemesis?
No.
I want to see you versus Bizarro you or Bizarro Meg.
Oh,
That'd be awesome.
I think Meg should be your nemesis.
Just regular Meg, not
She's-
Bizarro.
no,
Meg.
yeah.
Regular Meg.
She's your Lex Luthor. You guys start out as friends.
Oh.
And then, I don't know. I don't know
know,
what
though.
happened. And then,
I feel
and then
like-
she has like a cosplay suit in the final fight, and you guys battle down, and you're dressed as Robin.
What?
Well, she was in that
You
costume.
just
Yeah.
want to see us dressed up in costumes.
and
That's
fighting.
what it is.
I can't
See, we'd be like-
deny that.
Fighty,
Yeah.
fight, and then, oh, but we're just for you.
Did you unbutton my shirt, or was it always this low?
I don't know.
Well, we'll figure
I
it
think
out.
Phil undressed you a little bit.
So the final fight takes place in the Jello pit, and
Could someone draw this into a
yeah.
comic?
Oh
Let's
my
get this.
goodness.
The Jello
no,
pit of
we
doom.
like, do either of
Weirdest
you guys
fan
watch
fiction.
Revolution?
I watched the first 3 episodes and I was like, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
It'd be like Miles Mathis and General Monroe, where they're like best friends, but they're always fighting, but then they just can't kill each other because
Oh,
they still
man.
like each other too much.
Like every duo that hates each other ever.
They just can't kill each other.
I'm trying to think, because you got Peter and his brother from Heroes, even though they don't always stay evil. I don't want to ruin that for anyone that actually wants to go watch the good seasons of it.
Yeah. Oh man, those were the first 2 seasons.
Who would
of
your
Heroes
nemesis
were super
be?
good. I'm trying to think about that. I had a few like joke answers, but then I was like really trying to think about this. Like, who would it actually be? Who do you think would be my nemesis?
Time traveling Hitler.
Time traveling Hitler's a good one. Time traveling Hitler's a really good one.
Oh no!
I'm looking forward to what graphic popped
Ross
over.
the Super Jew
Time
versus
traveling
Time
Hitler.
Traveling Hitler.
Time traveling Hitler.
is his name Super Jude?
The Super Jew. Yeah.
Versus Time Traveling Hitler.
But there are so many people out there that are much better Jews than I am.
You and Delman have to do the dance from DBZ.
Can we-
And you go like that.
Can
Oh,
we
you just
hold on?
really
But
wrong.
can Delman and I be like a crime-fighting duo?
You could.
Only if you dress up like the ambiguously gay duo.
That absolutely. I
These
mean,
are-
like I feel
Worth
like
it.
all superhero costumes are kind of like that anyway.
yeah, pretty much.
So I'm on board.
Except
But,
the penis car.
Yeah, I would think that maybe my like I was thinking the Negator. It's just like some really super negative guy. and I
You
have
say
to
so
come in
many
and-
things that are like I wouldn't even dare try and say just because I'd be fearful of mispronouncing
The
it.
word Negator.
Ooh, every time you say it, I'm like someone just threw a knife at your face. There's a
Missed it.
Boom. He's playing this game
Yeah,
constantly.
Negator.
just let's
Really?
move on.
I'm
Even-
trying to think what it sounds like.
It's not even the word, and it makes me
And
uncomfortable.
now he
would
comes
it-
full circle to the cleavage and
Cleavage, yeah.
the-
I can't pronounce words. Yeah, because like I could have. Oh, I got
He's
it.
actually-
I just got it.
He's actually
Oh
saying
my
it.
god,
Okay.
that could be worse. Just switch the I with the E is what you're thinking, right? There we
Yes,
go.
Ross.
Holy
There we
wow.
go.
Captain Obvious
Can I
as
tell
Ross's
you?
superhero
Can I
name.
tell you that word would he be on my team? That guy. Switch it up. All right. Next one comes from.
I think this is gonna be. Let's see. The Wandering Savior. Why are you hitting?
I thought we were going for DJ.
Can't hit DJ.
I thought we were going for DJ.
Wandering Savior says, "What would be easier for you to deal with? Having to feel like you were literally naked every time you went in public, but no one could tell, or instead having to see everyone else naked in public?" Actually, you know what? It sounds easy to say everyone else naked in
Nope.
public, but you'd be surprised. We live in America, which is one of the least
Attractive.
wanting to see. What? How dare you, madam?
Least
How
attractive,
dare you?
Naked.
No, there's a bunch of like old people I would not want to see. Actually, in LA, I think it's a good thing. In Florida, where I used to live, no.
Old
They're
people.
pretty much in Miami though.
Miami, I'm down.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well,
but then-
yeah, exactly.
But then you're just like.
I still
feel like
choose everyone else naked.
if you see everyone, maybe. Well, so before it's like, oh, I see everyone naked, and it becomes not a thing. You could just die. You'd like walk into traffic. You'd crash your car. You just.
I think you'd get used to it after a while.
No, and that's the thing. I think that eventually you'd be like, oh, that person's naked. But if you can't control it, I think at first you'd be like,
Yeah, I feel like it'd be that bad gym locker room scenario where everybody you don't want to see naked is like the person that's in your personal bubble naked.
I thought it was always a joke that like older guys are just chill with it, but like I when I go to the gym now, they're fine with it, and I guess it's okay. Like it makes me like more okay with it, but I still like I'll still wear a towel on my way to go take a shower because I don't know.
But part of this question is if you're naked, no one knows that you're naked. I would hands down choose that.
Just because it feels comfortable.
I love being naked.
I don't know. Like I like my boy, you know, in his room to the side. Hanging off. What are you? Oh, you
What?
doing a bit?
Where'd I go?
And no one got to your
It
bit.
took a long time. No, here's the thing. I wore a shirt.
do that?
Too long. You'll
Okay.
watch and you'll see. I wore a shirt that was
Wow.
like a little bit too short and a little bit too tight to the mall the other day, and I felt so uncomfortable.
Wait, you wore shorts?
A shirt.
A shirt.
Please,
So you had-
shorts that are
so you
too
had a
short,
little
not
belly.
a thing.
Ross, you showing a little midriff?
Showing, I mean, like when I would reach up to the
Yeah,
side.
Oh, that's
midriff
what it
I
is.
see a little bit of
sticking
belly,
out.
but it was more just like in this general area. I felt like I was
Tight.
like, ah, boy, everything's just not right now, and it was. I felt so uncomfortable that like when it came to like interacting with people in the stores, I was like, where are they looking at me? Like I did.
They were
not
checking
know
out your
how to-
nipples the whole
That's what
time.
they were. They were just looking for some nip, and I would much rather have been like, okay, it's my job to maintain eye contact. Rather than it's their job to stop looking at my flubby body, you know? Like,
I'm coming down with my hammer, my decision. I'm gonna say go with everyone else in public, cause
Yeah.
also it gives you something. And I always think of this: what can I use to my advantage? Feeling comfortable, you can't really use, but being able to see something and being able to be like, I know your girlfriend has that one thing on her inside
The
thigh.
inner thigh.
And
It's like
it's
a
just
power.
it's a power.
I wouldn't like not having the defense. Okay, Ross. No.
he folded it into itself. Look at that.
I wouldn't like not having the defense of being able to say to somebody, I'm going to tell everybody you have a small D. You can't
Really?
say that if everybody already sees everybody naked anyway.
Well, it's not everyone; it's just you.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's a.
oh, well then that'd be like the ultimate power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell everybody all the time.
You know when it's too small, too big.
I'm gonna tell everyone that you got a hockey puck in there. Let's get one of these.
Wait, we're doing one more? I
One
thought it was
more.
rap. It
Go.
was
Are we
rap.
rapping?
Go!
Who was the weirdest kid in all of school? What did she do? That's an easy one. That's a quick one.
That's an
That's an
easy
easy
one?
one.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
The
Probably
weirdest
me.
kid.
I was
Cool.
the weirdest kid in my school, for
Really?
sure. Hands
Really?
down. No real friends, only imaginary friends, which were Egon Spengler from the Ghostbusters and Michelangelo from the Ninja Turtles. I played checkers with them, aka against myself. I played
But
chess
it
with
just
them,
sounds
aka
like you were
against
alone. It
myself.
doesn't sound like you were weird.
I picked my nose. I told everybody I was marrying Egon Spengler. Like I carried around the 6-inch figure. I was like, "This is my
Might have
fiance."
been the weird one.
I was, I was so
right.
weird.
Weirdest
kid.
year of
That's fine.
senior.
Yeah.
Senior
Weirdest senior year
of high
ever.
school
Uh,
ever.
It's not senior
That's
year.
funny. There were girls at my school that made up their own language that I thought was weird. And they kept saying like, but it was like our words. Like, so they'd be like, go kick a yellow banana. And like they would say yellow banana for everything. And they would laugh hysterically at it. And it bothered me to no end. Because there are no comedic grounds for it. There was just like, there was nothing funny about it. And they would just be like, oh yeah, like on a scale of like 1 to 5 ooblex, you rank a 10. It was just like, they were horribly mean to everybody, but only in their own little weird circle of people. And that bothered
They
me.
were the Bizarro Mean Girls.
Yeah, but that and rolly backpacks. Anyone with a rolly backpack.
Oh, you know what? They're super convenient, but you always kicked it.
But yeah, that was the.
You
yeah, that
always
was the
kicked it.
thing.
It made no sense. Oh, and you'd like get angry if like you didn't have normal floors and it was like tiled floors and it was like tick, tick, tick,
Yeah.
tick, 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 tick,
Come
tick,
on,
tick, tick,
man.
tick, tick, tick. And you're just like it was you just hated that person for no reason.
Yep. There was another kid that stole some like energy drinks from the gas station and drank like 3 of them and had to go to the hospital.
That's not weird. That's just funny.
That was, I mean, yeah, but he
We
was
had-
a weird guy. In
Oh, no,
addition.
you know what? I can't
Who's
say.
your weird
I have
kid?
to say mine off camera because it's actually really, really dark.
A real person? Just
Yeah.
don't say the name. Can they Google it?
No, I feel like it's too personal. That's
Okay.
All right.
Okay, too personal.
We've talked about so much sex stuff on this show, but once we get to like
It's
a
dark.
weird kid,
When
all
I,
right.
so here's the deal. I'm gonna tell you, and then after the outro rolls, you can have your reaction to it. But that's my name's Philip DeFranco.
I'm Ross Everett.
I'm Trisha Hirschberger. If you want to submit more topics, hashtag Table Talk or reddit.com/sourcefed.
Were those words?
Almost. We almost.
Reddit.com/sourcefed.
All right, so we're gonna put up a screen right here. Phil, tell us.
Be glad you didn't hear that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.